Hello again, farmers. I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to Fendt Farm on the Drummard Farm map. Today is Monday the 8th. DLC drops in just a few hours. How excited are you? This video will probably be going live somewhere around 5-6 PM in the evening UK time, which means I am just half a dozen hours, just 5 or 6 hours, 6 hours or so away from getting my hands on the Big Bud DLC. I am so excited, I cannot wait. I'm feeling like a kid in a candy store at the moment. But we won't be bringing any of the DLC to this map, so we will kind of refrain from talking about it too much. And instead we'll just crack on with the farming. So we're going to be doing silage bales this time around. Let's get everything in place, unfold the baler. We actually have half a bale already, which is really helpful. And that'll be left over from when we were doing hay bales, and we'll immediately just convert that over to grass just by picking up just the tiniest bit of grass. And there you can see sticking out the back there. It's almost like it's giving birth to a bale there. Ugh, that'd be uncomfortable, wouldn't it? Giving birth to a bale. Oh, that would not be a pleasant experience. I don't know why I put that image in my own head. I'm kind of regretting it, and I apologise if I've just put it in your head as well. But there you are. These are the risks, you see. These are the risks when you watch my channel. Every now and again I'll just say something random that will be both weird and wonderful at the same time, or slightly disturbing. We are over 150 subscribers. That's fantastic. You know, big thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to the channel in the last few weeks. It's always great to get that little confidence boost when you see that your numbers are going up. And I don't expect my numbers to go up very high for quite some time. You know, I know that it can be a long, slow slog on the way to a large subscriber base. At the moment, I'm kind of doing this for the fun rather than anything else. You know, I'm not monetizing my videos, so I make nothing from doing this. I just do it for the fun of it at the moment. But I'm hoping that if the channel, you know, becomes popular and the subscriber base, you know, starts to really pick up speed, then maybe I can actually look at doing this properly as a career, or at least as a nice little money earner to supplement, you know, an income. But I think I'm a good couple of years away from, you know, being in any kind of position to look at that yet. That's fine with me. Like I said, I'm doing this for the fun of it at the moment. I'm having, you know, fun doing these videos. I hope you're having fun watching them. You know, some of you are. You know, I'm getting some great comments from you guys and getting some thumbs up on some of my videos. You know, as I said, I'm getting new subscribers, so I'm obviously doing something right in the eyes of some people, which is great. Oop, didn't want to do that, never mind. Let's nudge that out of the way. So let's park up the baler. Let's grab the wrapper. battery warning there on my phone. Need to plug that in. I'll do that in just a moment. Let's get these bales wrapped first of all. There we go. So how many bales have we actually got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only 11. I was hoping for 12. 11's not too bad. It's just a shame it's cost us £4.5 to be able to wrap them. But we're not going to need wrapped bales that often at this stage, you know. I mean, we don't have that many cows, so they're not going to chew through their feed that quickly. Because we don't have that many, they're not going to breed very quickly. I mean, how slow is breeding at the moment? On our cows, we have 18, and it takes 74 hours to breed a new one. So, yeah, we're still a long way off yet. Cleanliness is at 0. Ooh, I'll have to fix that. Time is being sped up, isn't it? So... let's just leave this here for a second. Let's grab... Oh, all our other tractors are down here, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Alright, we'll finish the bales off first, because we've got to go back and grab the bale spikes anyway. So, we'll finish wrapping all these bales first. And then when we've done that... Go on, get in there. There we go. Once we've done that, we can then tidy up after our cows, the messy blighters. Oh, my phone is buzzing like crazy. There we go. Do not disturb has been switched on. No, I won't hear it, and hopefully you guys won't either. It's that magical witching hour when all the Europeans that are in the group that I'm an admin on wake up and start posting. So I just start getting notifications left, right and centre. It's also some, you know, some people in America and Canada on the sort of 7 hours behind, 8 hours behind time bands that are responding to stuff in the group, and also on stuff on my own page as well. So my phone is a never-ending buzz of notifications. Kind of tune it out after a little while, but I am always very conscious of it when I'm recording. I usually have my do not disturb turned on, and I just forgot to today, so apologies if you've heard the rumbling of the vibrations in the background there. Won't happen anymore. I did miscount. We have got 12 bales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have got 12 bales. That's awesome. We've got 3 complete stacks. I'm going to be getting close to putting the first stage of fertiliser, or the second stage, as I should say, because I've already got stage 1. The second stage of fertiliser on our fields as well, very soon. Let's actually have a quick look while that's wrapping. And no, they are still in the freshly planted phase at the moment. So I have to let time pass a little bit longer before we can go and increase the yield on those fields. Sounds almost poetic, increase the yield on the field. One more bale to go. There we go. So let's return this. This is where I turn around and spot a bale that I've forgotten to wrap. No, we got them all. Good. So let's go pick up the claws. We're going to stack them first, and then we're just going to carry the stacks. There's no point loading them onto a trailer just to carry them down the hill. You know, if I was taking them across to some, a further off location, or if we had a large number to move, then we would look at the trailer. But there's just no need when we're literally just driving down this hill, and that's it. So we can cut through here. And before we get the claw, we'll grab the bucket. And we'll tidy up. Look at that mess in there. Oh, a bit too low. There we go. Now we can push it down. It looks like there's a huge amount there, but you can see it's not that much in terms of actual volume. It's only, what, 600 litres. We've got a little bit more left to get. So we'll do another pass. And there we go. Just a touch under 700 litres. And we'll just go and empty that in the grass trough. There we go. So now we'll swap the bucket for the claw. Take that back up, stack the bales, and then spike them and bring them down. I'm also going to take this opportunity to actually move the feeder closer to the side of the of that little shack there, so it's one less thing to sort of crash into. In fact, I could probably empty this feed into the feeding bay while I'm at it. Easy does it. There we go. There we go. It's not letting me unload. Let's try getting a bit closer. There we go. Will it all go in? Yes, it will. There we go. I love the design of this Keenan feed mixer. It's really nice. It works really well on this map, and because it's not a large farm, it doesn't really matter too much about the smaller tank capacity. I mean, it'd be nice if it was a 1600 litre tank, or a 16,000 litre, sorry, as opposed to 12,000. It would be really nice if we had that extra 4,000 litre capacity, but we can do with what we've got. It's not a huge issue by any stretch of the imagination. We will need that weight. Otherwise those bales are just going to tip us forward like crazy. There we go. Got the Fendt weight. Let's see our way through the trees. Fantastic. Okay, so let's drop the weight just there. And let's go start stacking. So we'll start on the far side. And while I'm doing that, I can catch you up on some of the TV that I've been watching recently. Been kind of alternating between using Amazon Prime on a month's trial. Must remember to cancel that before before the end of the month, or else I'm going to rack up a very expensive bill which I cannot afford to pay. And I've been switching between that and Netflix depending on what I'm doing. So if I'm using the console, then I've been watching Netflix on the tablet, and if I've not been using the console, I've been watching Prime either on the console or direct through the TV. But I've been doing a lot of gaming over the last couple of days. You know, doing some recording, getting my filming sessions done, and then doing my editing as well. And so I've been watching some Netflix while I've been doing that, and I just watched season 2 of 12 Monkeys. They did a TV series of it, and I actually quite enjoyed the first season. And I was just trawling through the list a couple of days ago, and I noticed that they'd put up the second season. So I watched the second season in the space of 24 hours or so. And when I binge watch, I really binge watch. I'll kill an entire season in a day, or in the space of 24 hours I'll start watching it one night and have it finished by the same time the following day, kind of thing. And yeah, binged watched my way through the second season. Had a nice little guest spot from Madeleine Stowe, who starred in the 12 Monkeys movie with Bruce Willis back in the day. And they even used a soundbite from the music from the original 12 Monkeys movie as well, which was a nice little throwback there. I quite... Ah, no, don't knock the bale so far. Oh. Damn it. I'll just have to restack them. But yeah, they even used the original movie music for a little soundbite, which was kind of cool. Wasn't expecting that. So that was a little flashback. I remember watching that movie around the time it came out. I didn't go to the cinema to see it, but I did see it on TV about a year later. I think I may even have a copy of it on DVD somewhere. I know I used to have a copy. I may have got rid of it. But I haven't seen that movie for a long time. And I was thinking, you know, the other day I'd quite like to see that movie again, and then lo and behold, there's season 2 of the show with Madeline Stowe and with that music, and it's just made me want to watch the original movie again even more now. So I'm going to have to see if I can find a copy of that to watch. Alright, so we have our bales. Let's fold that up. Drop that off out the way. Where did we leave the weight? There it is. So let's hook up. Get ourselves spiked in on these bales and go deliver them. Have to be careful going down the hill, especially with the bumpy road, that they don't start shaking themselves loose. Because even with this sort of locking mechanism, they do still have a tendency to shake themselves loose, which is a bit of a shame, but unfortunately that is the bale physics rather than a problem with the claw itself. You know, certain things just don't act as they should do. You know, the bale physics have always been a little bit iffy in places. And 17 is no exception. Alright, so carefully make our way down here. Don't want to start shaking them loose by hitting these bumps too fast. Don't want to swing around a corner too fast as well, so they start to shake themselves off with momentum. They are already coming loose, I think. Yeah, look, there we go, see? Already start to shake themselves loose. Let's see if we can't jiggle them about a bit. It's a little bit better, but not much. Lower the arm underneath there. Yeah, these bumps really do not help at all. Alright, there we go. So, we'll drop these in just here. There's an enthusiastic move from one of our cows there. Oops. Don't fall over. There we go. We can clean that up with the next stack. Ugh, I just have to change my seating position here. Legs are aching a little bit. So let's go and get the next stack of bales. I'm just going to quickly check and see the growth state on our fields as well, see if they have moved up a stage. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're still stage 1. Yeah, well, not even stage 1, still planted stage. Yeah, okay. So let's actually speed time up to 15 times. We're a little bit wonky, but that'll do. Tilt, lift, clamp, and hope they don't start shaking themselves loose within 30 seconds, which they probably will do. I swear that second one's starting to move already. Yeah, there. It's going, look, already. Ah, that's better than nothing. So as you guys probably know from one of my earlier videos, I am a big Formula One fan. And it's been a bittersweet race weekend that we've just had. You know, last weekend in Russia. Bittersweet because 23 years ago, you know, we lost a pair of drivers. We lost Roland Ratzenberger. Oh, bales have fallen over, haven't they? Yeah, we lost Roland Ratzenberger, young Austrian racer. He died in a qualifying session at the Imola Grand Prix in 1994, and then the very next day, Ayrton Senna, you know, one of the absolute legends of the sport, was killed in the same race, same event. He died on race day. His car ploughed into the wall at about 180 miles an hour. So that's the bitter bit. But the sweet bit was Valtteri Bottas, you know, racing at Mercedes this year in place of Nico Rosberg, who retired having won the World Championship last year. Won his first ever Grand Prix. He's a really nice driver, you know, really good driver. He's a really nice fellow, really, really well loved and liked and respected throughout the paddock. It was great to see him finally get his first win, and in a relatively comfortable style as well. You know, Lewis Hamilton was miles off the pace all weekend, just never really got going, and Valtteri Bottas just made him look a little bit ordinary. Oh no, I've skewered the hay bales, haven't I? There we go. Right, can I get out of here without any issues? Probably not. I have to try and be clever here. Got no real clearance. There we go. Let's get the lights on because it's starting to get a little bit dark now. So yeah, great to see Valtteri get his first win. Really, really pleased for him. I hope that he'll get more wins this season, and you know, it'll help make the title race a three-way race this year. Hopefully, maybe even a four-way race if Kimi Raikkonen can get his Ferrari working properly for him. He's shown glimpses of his old racing self this season. But just hasn't been able to get the car behind him fully. And the season's already shaping up to be a cracking season, with Ferrari and Mercedes duking it out. We actually have two teams fighting each other for the first time in quite a while. You know, the last 3 years of Mercedes dominating has meant that the title race has just been between their two drivers, and nobody else has ever really had much of a look in terms of race wins, let alone the title, you know, the Drivers' Championship. So the fact that we have two different teams scrapping it out this year is great for the sport. It's great to see Ferrari sort of returning back to their more competitive selves again. So we have Hamilton and Vettel, you know, duking it out at the top of the table, but Valtteri's win means that he's sort of really gaining some ground as well. If he can get in the mix as well, that would be fantastic. And if we can even get Kimi in there as well, have 4 different drivers battling for the title, well, that would be a huge step from last year. I mean, it's not been boring the last couple of years. I mean, it's been fantastic if you're a Mercedes fan, because they've pretty much, you know, walked most of the races for the last 3 years. There have been a few where they have had some issues, but as I said, the title has been down to the battle between Hamilton and Rosberg for the last 3 seasons in a row. Hamilton won the first 2, and then last year Rosberg pipped him to the title, deservedly. I mean, Hamilton had some bad luck, and he had some mechanical issues that kind of robbed him of some points, but he also just didn't turn up, you know, mentally on a couple of different race weekends and cost himself points. Just never really was with it on a couple of different race weekends, which is, you know, equally a factor. And there's been some really good racing between the two of them. Really great to see those 2 teammates battling with each other. But it's not the same as seeing, you know, 2 drivers from different teams battling out against each other, because then you have a double battle. You have the driver battle and the team battle going on at the same time as well. It just adds to the excitement, adds to the drama. When you've got two drivers in the same team fighting each other, and the team has a kind of a no interference policy, but also a no favoritism policy, but also is always looking to protect the team result first, then it does kind of mean that they will step in from time to time and neuter a couple of races. That has happened there in the past. They also haven't allowed their drivers, you know, to really truly go at each other by changing their strategies on the fly to try and undercut each other. And, you know, it's been a case of, you know, this is the strategy that we're going with and it won't change, you know, so, you know, whoever's in front will get the first pit stop regardless, unless the other one is so far back that, you know, it's a safe bet and there's no risk of swapping positions on a pit stop. So there hasn't been any of that real tactical, strategic battling going on over the last couple of years. Now we're going to have that. We've already had that on a couple of occasions this season, and we're going to get a lot more of it, I think. So where are we now? We've got our bales wrapped. Let's turn the engine off, jump out. Surely now you see they're still not moving on to the next stage. They're still in planting stage. That's disappointing. Trying to think what to do next, other than speeding time up even more. Let's check our animal page. The cows are at 18%. How are they at 18% already on cleanliness? That's ridiculous. I've literally just swept up after them. That can't be right. They can't have made that much mess again already. Oh God, they have, look. That's ridiculous. We've only been gone for, busy with the bales for a couple of hours, and they've already completely trashed their feed area again. Well, let's scoop up after them again. I mean, it's not having a massive impact on the productivity, which is great, but can't believe they've made that much mess so quickly, having just, a few moments ago scooped up. we've got to do it again. We'll just do the one scoop. We won't bother going back for the tiny little bits we left. Right. So they'll shoot back up in cleanliness in a minute. Sheep, cleanliness is 0. Yeah, we need to go and sort out the sheep. And hopefully, by the time we finish looking after our animals, we'll be ready to start fertilising our fields with a weeder. See just how much of a pile do we have here. Yeah, that's a pretty big mess. There's our big grass pile that we left on a previous episode, so that we have plenty of feed that we can just, you know, just keep topping up the tank with, or the trough rather, not the tank. That wasn't me hitting a sheep. That was actually hitting a bump in the ground with the bucket. If anyone's going to suddenly say you just ran a sheep over and you saw me actually physically hit it, and there was a jolt, it was just the ground, not the sheep. There we go. How is our food trough looking, by the way? Ah, we got plenty. So, yeah, cows are back up to 100%. Sheep will be there in a second, as soon as that refreshes again. Ooh, in 45, well, about 3/4 an hour or so in-game, we'll have another sheep. That's good. Pigs are starting to run low. And I think we used up the last of those pallets, if I remember rightly, as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, we did. So, we are definitely going to have to look at sorting out some more food for the pigs very soon. They're almost out of water, so let's grab the water trailer. Do I have 2 water trailers? Did I buy a second one? I honestly can't remember. Let's have a look. So there's that one at this farm here. Oh, there is one over there as well. I did buy a second one. I thought I did. I think I left it parked by the trough, didn't I? Oh, now we've got some eggs, look. Now we've sped time up. There should still be some water left in this. Oh, almost a full tank, look. There we go. There we go. Just grab these eggs. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. They're still not laying all that fast, really. Oh, there's another one. Just popped into existence. I can imagine if there was real-time collision, you know, damage with these eggs, and you accidentally ran one over, you just see yolk everywhere. Be kind of cool though if you could pick up eggs in the same way that you can pick up wood and basketballs, and oh, can you imagine getting into an egg fight with someone on multiplayer, just throwing your eggs at someone? That could be kind of fun actually. So, where are we up to? So they're all kind of dealt with. We don't really need to worry about the cleanliness of the pigs too much. They don't have that much manure. Okay. There we go. Now that the crop stage has moved. But we are now at the end of the day as well. And I'm not really a huge fan of working into the night. So let's take this back down to the farm. Well, I still have the baling equipment to take back. I think I do. Yeah, I do. So we'll put the baling equipment away, and then that'll be it for the end of this episode. And then next episode, we will weed our fields. And hopefully we'll be able to get both sets of weeding done on the same game day, and then the day after that they should be ready for harvesting again. So let's drop off the bucket. Actually, I'm just going to leave this bucket attached, actually. I might as well. So we'll just put this tractor away as is, because we're going to use it to clear up after the animals a lot. So we may as well just leave the bucket attached for now. Lights off, engine off. Switch over to this one. Let's go retrieve our baling gear. Put the beacons on. Oh no, the beacons were on, so I'll just turn them off. Put them back on again. There we go. So, with the last few minutes of this episode, just to remind you that it's just a few hours now until Big Bud is released. If you haven't already pre-ordered your copy on PC, why not? Do it. You know, I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic package to own. It looks amazing. For console owners, it's going to be almost a must-buy. Just to have equipment that big for the first time, it's a kind of a necessity, really, for console gamers. So don't forget, if you haven't already got the season pass, then you know, there's still time to, you know, you can still get the season pass. It depends, really. If you bought the Coon DLC on its own as a standalone purchase, then it might not be worth buying the season pass now. But if you did buy the season pass, then you will get the DLC for free. If not, then it'll be £12 in the UK. It'll be 15 euros if you're using euros as your currency, or $15 if you're using dollars. I don't know what the Australian dollar conversion rate will be. I would imagine it'll be a little bit higher, so maybe $18, $20, something like that. But yeah, that DLC. Well, actually, if you're in Australia, that DLC will be out already. Go get it. As for me here in the UK, I will literally have it in 5 or 6 hours or so, hopefully. And then, yeah, depending on what time I release this video, on average I tend to release somewhere between 5 and 7 in the evening. So I'm potentially just 5 hours away from being able to get my hands on that DLC. Maybe a little bit more, depending, as I say, depending on the exact time of this being released. If you're in America or Canada, you will have to wait a little bit longer. You know, you are 5 hours behind, going through to 8 hours behind, depending on your time zone. It's not that not that big of a difference. You know, you will be able to get your hands on that very, very soon. So don't fret. If you're really curious and keen to see that equipment in action, you can always go onto Twitch. I'm sure people will be streaming footage of the new DLC the second they have it installed. There may even be people Twitch streaming it right now. So that's something you could do at the end of this video. If you don't want to stick around and watch some more of my stuff, hint hint. But yeah, I'll be up all night, sort of play testing that stuff and recording some footage, and then hopefully I'll be able to get a video review of that up pretty quickly, either late Tuesday or sometime on Wednesday, one of those 2 days. And then also on Tuesday, once that video starts uploading, I will then start recording episode 9 of American Outback with the new DLC addition to the farm. And that episode will drop on Thursday, so make sure you tune in for that. And if you are looking for more footage to watch, then obviously there are older episodes. If you're new to this particular playlist, you can go back and see see how this farm has started from the beginning. Catch up on the footage that you've missed. There's also Massey Manor, Sandy Bay, and of course American Outback available for you to watch as well. And if you're looking for something a little bit different, something other than Farming Sim, then there's obviously No Man's Sky and Prison Architect. There's several episodes of each of those up now as well. And later in the month I will be bringing Tomb Raider to the channel as well. I have Rise of the Tomb Raider installed. I am almost ready to play it, but I've been busy prepping everything for the DLC first, so I'll probably start recording that next week, and then release it, probably start releasing it the week after that. So there we go, the equipment's away. We are done for the day, both on the farm and on the episode as well. So thank you all for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, all the good stuff. My name's John Bob, and I'll catch you back on the farm very soon.